It's been, for me, an exciting 12 years on the saddle as the president of the Nigeria Wrestling Federation. How does it feel getting to step down democratically and handing over to a new man? What did we see over 12 years as the president of the Wrestling Federation?
All my life I've been a wrestler. I have the passion for wrestling. And so the past 12 years has been very interesting. It's been very fulfilling. And I'm glad that I am living wrestling better than I met it.
Living wrestling better than you met it. Can you specifically tell us what were those landmarks that you are leaving behind?
Okay, when I became president of the Wrestling Federation, we hadn't won any world medals. Not in male, not in female. And during my time as president, we won 5 world championship medals. Before I became president, we had 1 Commonwealth Games gold medal. And in the past 12 years, we were able to win 8 Commonwealth Games gold medals. I can't count the African titles we won. The last count we had was over 200 gold medals in Africa that we had. And even in terms of the notoriety of the sports, we came from a sport that was not grade A to grade A, and we're such that any competition we're going to now, if we're going to the Olympics, the whole country expects that wrestling will do well. And I think we've been able to, not just me, myself and my board, I've been able to meet wrestling better than we met it.
We're looking at the situation, if you are asked categorically to say, even if you've harped on the word better than you met it, will you say that if it was a foundation laying, that you've laid a solid foundation for the next president to step on?
Yes, I think we have laid a structure on which it can run with. But I will also be honest to admit that there's also a lot of work to be done by the incoming president. And that is because in every sport you have the top hitters. And for us, over the past 12 years, the top hitters were Aminat Adeniyi, Blessing Oborodudu, and Odunaya Adekoye, who amongst them contributed over almost 30 African gold medals. Amongst the 3 of them, they contributed 8 Commonwealth Games gold medals, and an Olympic silver medal, and about 5 World Championship titles. They're all retired now. So there is some rebuilding that we need to do, and it's only with a lot of focus and adequate planning that we can get ourselves back to that zenith we were. But the good thing is we have the materials to be able to do that.
I've always asked you, who are the generation next, for wrestling? When the signs were there that you were eventually, going to, not continue as the president, I've always asked, what were the generation next that whoever is taking over is going to build on?
Sometimes you want to be very careful mentioning specific names because you may leave out some that may not be very happy that you didn't mention them. So I'm very careful doing that. But I can tell you that we have about 6 to 8 solid young athletes who, in my opinion, with proper grooming and planning over the next 4 to 6 years, should be at that level where we can expect them to win medals at the Worlds and at the Olympics.
A word for the incoming president.
I know that he's very competent. I want him to run with wrestling in the direction he thinks will be good for it. Oftentimes we are very comfortable with where we are. And so having a customs boss coming in to be president, I'm hoping to see drastic changes and hopefully changes that are going to propel us better than where we were.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.